dangerous. And, you know, we want those players to have a safe place to take their time, to learn how to turn and move, and then shoot, put those pieces together, and then they see someone and be like, oh, okay, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this.
Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself. Did you guys know that if you open the first 15 seconds of your video and you have like cursing at all, or you digitally killing someone in a video game, you will get demonetized on YouTube? It's true. A bitch can paint giraffes and elephants on her titties on Twitch TV and monetize that, but I can't say like, gosh darn golly gee whiz while I, you know, shotgun somebody out of my spawn trap here. Speaking of spawn trap, by the way, that's the purpose of this clip. That's why I couldn't show it at the start and had to do that weird intro. But this clip is just me spawning in the exact same area on this gigantic map over and over and over. The spawn system in Modern Warfare 3, it almost gets said every year, but I need to say this with a double stamp of approval from the Codfather himself here. These are the worst spawns I have ever seen in a video game. Now, here's some of the finals gameplay. I didn't have a chance to play it yet. My graphics card's been acting a little wonky. I'm trying to test that, what's going on with that. But the spawns are so bad. It reminds me of that CM Punk clip when he went on Colt Cabana's podcast and he was talking about Ryback and he said, you can't tell me you're not doing this on purpose because you've done it so many times before. So either you tell me right now you're doing it on purpose or you're dumb as fuck and you suck. It's one or the other. Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, whoever's in charge of this game, I want to say now it's probably Infinity Ward, but we'll get to that in just a second. Whoever's in charge of this game, which is it? Which is it? Please, tell me right now. Write it in the comment section. Tweet it out. Do something. Tell me right now, you're dumb as fuck and you suck, or you're doing it on purpose. Because at a certain point, like, the spawns should not be better 15, 16 years ago. And this isn't me just thinking like, oh, they're better, it's nostalgia glasses or whatever. They used to be better back in COD 4. No, I know for a fact, like, I have more combined hours on Call of Duty games than most of the people working on the games now have dev time. I'm serious. I'm dead serious right now. You know that's true? Go type in like Call of Duty 4 Team Deathmatch 1 and look at the goddamn date on that video on my channel and tell me I'm telling lies there. No, I'm not just making this up. I'm not just imagining it. No. The spawn system literally was better before. But see, here's the problem. Modern Warfare 3 comes out, the spawn system's atrocious. That clip right there, by the way, that clip right there was before the Season 1 update. Now, I'll be honest with you, I played one match on Meat, and yeah, the spawns were horrendous, but I'm thinking, you know what, it's just Meat. It's just this new map. They haven't worked out the kinks yet, even though they've had 3 years and 8 million devs, or whatever the hell the number is at this point. But I'm like, okay, it's a new map, it's kind of small, they're having issues with spawns, whatever. You know, the spawn system sucks in this game, whatever. I assume with Season 1 it actually got better, but from what I hear, it's gotten worse, and I truthfully think right now, before I show you the evidence here, that Infinity Ward is sabotaging this game. I legitimately think they are doing this on purpose, because at the end of the day, and we know this for a fact, this was reported by Bloomberg, Infinity Ward has the final say on everything. Why do you think they added that assassin camper vest where you don't have to be moving to have Ghost be activated? Why do you think they're doing that? That is an Infinity Ward staple. Treyarch fixed this issue back in Black Ops 2. 11 years ago, man, and Infinity Ward's just like, meh, I don't think I'm gonna do that. And then you know that's an Infinity Ward thing they made them put in. You know it is. Straight up. The other issue is they quote-unquote fixed Ghost TV camo or whatever, so it's more forgiving when you're not moving. And that's fine, except that you barely have to be moving at all now for it to just remain fully active. Again, another Infinity Ward staple right there. Camp your balls off. UAVs are basically worthless. And I don't know, man. This game's balance is truly horrendous. And I've played a lot of Call of Duties at this point to say that, but it is embarrassingly bad. And the worst part is I think they're gone. I think they're gone for Christmas. I think they're on Christmas vacation by now. We're not going to get the matchmaking talk. We're not going to get any fixes until after January. But let me just show you real quick what they've done to the spawn system. Let me just bring this up from Reddit, because after the Season 1 update, it's gotten worse, and I think 100% it's gotten worse on purpose. This isn't just a bad spawn system. This is 100% revenge spawns. They have been coded into the game. You can't tell me this is not Infinity Ward messing with Sledgehammer's bottom line here. This is Infinity Ward's engine. It's Infinity Ward's property, essentially. I truly think they are that petty and that worthless. If you go and you just search spawns on the Modern Warfare 3 subreddit, you will see all these issues, like all these people saying that they've coded in revenge spawns. 100%. Like, they've enabled revenge spawns. Here's a clip of me doing this and all that stuff. And we'll get to the clips in just a second. But, like, people are asking, are the spawns worse after the update? Did spawns get worse? And everyone is confirming that, yes, they are somehow worse than they were before. They're worse than that clip I showed you at the start where my team is just spawning in the same area over and over. And like a TDM. It's not even an objective mode. The comments all back it up. Like, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Here's an actual clip of this where a guy dies, runs onto the objective, dies, spawns right behind the enemy and kills him. And you could say it's just Rust. You could say it's just this, just that. Rust and Shipment have bad spawns in general. I showed you the clip on Rundown. No, in no universe should I have spawn issues on Rundown. Doesn't even matter if it's 12v12. That's a big map, dude. Guys, we're at the point with Call of Duty where for everything that gets fixed to our liking, they mess up something else. We're not making progress anymore. I see a lot of people saying that this is the best Call of Duty in the past 5 years. No, it's not. The problems just change. The problems never get fixed. They just change. Yeah, you can move now. Yeah, the game's faster paced, but now the spawns are 10 times worse. The skill-based matchmaking has been cranked up higher than ever. We have infighting between the studios where one studio wants to sabotage the other's game. One studio literally stopped the other one from doing like a pick 10 system. And according to that one guy who claimed to be a dev that commented on one of my videos, which he never commented after that, he also changed his name. So I don't know if he got into trouble or what, but man, like, the problems just change where they're at. Nothing ever actually gets fixed with this series. Game to game, different problems in different areas. That's it. One thing gets fixed, 2 other things get broken. Like, that's it. That's Call of Duty nowadays. I don't know, man. I don't understand it. And now they're doing this free-to-play weekend. They're doing this free-to-play weekend. Look at this right now. I'm not making this up. Nobody cares. These 3 games, Warzone, Warzone, Modern Warfare 3, Zombies, it's actually more than 3 games. You have DMZ, Modern Warfare 2, the campaigns as well. No one cares. The needle is not moving. The game got beat out by Hogwarts Legacy this year. That's the first time a non-Rockstar game has beat it out for the #1 selling game of the year. Sales are down 40% across the board. And here's the thing about Call of Duty, and a lot of people will deny this up and down, or they'll say it's not true, or I'm exaggerating. Like, sales are one thing. It's one thing to sell the game to people. It truly is. It's another thing to keep them playing, and Call of Duty has had a hell of a time keeping players playing the game. The fact that we're missing roughly 40% of the player base with Modern Warfare 3 already, and then you add into the fact all the people that quit. What are the actual player numbers right now? Is this why we have AI bots? Is this why we have revenge spawns coded in to Season 1? I can't tell if it's there just to even the playing field even more, as if matches weren't razor close enough with the advent of potentially AI bots in the lobby and real-time bullet damage nerfing and packet burst constantly. Let's add in people spawning directly behind you as well to ruin your streak and keep everything a nice even 99 to 100, you know, end-game TDM score or whatever. Either they're doing it on purpose or they are grossly incompetent. There's no in between here. I truly think Infinity Ward is behind this. I think they're doing it on purpose. I think they are responsible for the Infinity Ward classic, you don't have to move Ghost to work. This game is going to get, I truly think this game's going to get slowed down as the year progresses. I'm not even kidding. I think they're going to see the poor sales and the poor player retention, not realize it's because of skill-based matchmaking and overall just sloppy game design, and the fact that this is just a rehash, a reskin, a mod of Modern Warfare 2 to start with, and people are sick to death of that garbage. I think they're going to get the wrong impression, and they're going to double down on Infinity Ward's decisions as the game progresses throughout the year. It's just going to get worse and worse. Right hand to God, I think that's what's going to happen. If you don't think this is on purpose, if you don't think Infinity Ward has anything to do with this, I put like Joe Secott into that opening clip, slowed down and distorted or whatever. I'm going to just put some of that interview right here into the commentary directly. And I want you to just listen to what this man's saying and tell me this is not his doing. If you're unaware, you're new here, Joseph Bartholomew Secott is the lead design director at Infinity Ward. He's the one that's responsible for putting doors every 10 feet in the maps, slowing the game down to a crawl, having elephant footsteps, locking dead silence into a weird little radio thing that magically puts pillows on your feet when you hit it. I don't know. Regardless, yeah, he's the main problem here. He's the guy that's just, I don't know, man. He's all for Little Timmy, Helen Keller, and Billy Goat 57 to get as many kills as people that actually are pretty good at the game. But listen to what he has to say and tell me this whole spawn system, assassin vest, like old school Ghost thing isn't his doing.
Is the balanced matchmaking a priority for Modern Warfare?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the things we really want to do with this game is we want to get new players in the game, and we want them to kind of like, we don't want them to just get punched in the mouth over and over again until they leave. We want a healthy ecosystem. We want a lot of players in and having fun, and that's a big focus for us. It's a big focus for us in weapon design. It's a big focus for us in level design. Our weapons are a bit more lethal than they were in the Black Ops, the recent more Black Ops, and that helps a lower skilled player get a kill when they otherwise wouldn't, have some success, and then feel like now there's a desire to get better and to get another kill. Our maps are a little bit more porous, and you know, we want those players to have a safe place to take their time, to learn how to turn and move and then shoot, put those pieces together, and then they see someone and be like, oh, okay, now I can do this. Yeah, it's a big focus for us.
But that approach that you're describing there isn't going to come at the expense of the hardcore players, right?
That's not the plan, right? But we want to make sure that we don't want someone who's, how to say this, lower skill to have a bad experience. We want someone who's higher skill to have a bad experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Does that not sound exactly like what they're doing to Modern Warfare 3 so far with this Season 1 update? Revenge spawns, the spawn system somehow made worse, assassin camper vests added in, Ghost quote-unquote fixed to make it more camper-friendly than ever? I guarantee you they will they'll nerf the game slowly over time speed-wise. They'll slow it down. Guarantee you, before the year is over, they're going to make it more like Modern Warfare 2, you know, Roman numeral 2, 2022 Electric Boogaloo, not the OG, is what I'm saying. It's still Infinity Ward's game. It's why it's called Modern Warfare 3, but it's using Modern Warfare 2 OG's maps, which makes no sense, but, oh god, what a mess. You know what, the game sucks, end of story. I want to nail Joe Secott to the cross!
Some parting advice?